The records are now open. Welcome everyone to another episode of Akashic Answers with Emily. I'm Emily. I would be your host. Not only am I Emily, your host, but I'm also the founder director here inside the Akashic Academy. I want to say a special hello to our replay viewers. Before we get started here, it's actually just you and me right now. So we get a little behind the scenes. I'll shoot you with some glitter. Welcome, everyone. You will notice that we are broadcasting live on StreamYard this week. So if you are new to StreamYard, I do believe that you have to allow StreamYard to see your name, see your comments, something like that. And since this is new, this is going to be like the introductory version of Akashic Answers with Emily on StreamYard. So I just ask if you bear with me while I get used to our technology here, but I kind of like it. Right on. All right, Rita. Hey there, watching from Florida. Right on. So Rita, whatever you did to let StreamYard know who you are, now I know who you are too, and I can see you. So everybody do what Rita did. Say hello once you get here. Karith, I see you. Hello. I'm going to take a moment and share this out. So for those of you who are new, actually, you know what? I think with StreamYard, well, I thought I didn't have to share it out with StreamYard. I thought it blasted everywhere. Maybe not. Like I said, I'm learning StreamYard. So thanks for your patience with me. What's up, David? Hello, Sandra. I see you all out here. Amber, I'm so happy you're here. Okay, so not going to do actually any sharing today. I'll figure that out later. We'll post share. David says, Restreamio. Restreamio. Restreamio? Is that it? Did I finally get it sounded out better? Restreamio is better. Hello from Chicago. Hello from Germany. I am coming to you from the high Sierras, and we're going to get right into some Akashic channeling and some transmissions coming in for you. If you are new, the Akashic Records are the realm of consciousness where every detail, past, present, and all possible futures are programmed. So we get the benefit when we learn about this realm and we learn how to shift our consciousness to extract information from this realm. We get the benefit as quantum visionaries, as thought leaders here on the planet, to use this tool to help us timeline crunch, to help you in areas where you've been stuck. I work with illuminaries. This is the name that I gave for you all, illuminaries. Illuminaries are quantum visionaries who are ready to take full responsibility for what their mission is here on the planet. And in order to execute the missions that we have, we are visionaries, we are vision keepers. We have made soul agreements and soul contracts to bring the visions of the new earth into the third dimension, this physical experience that we have all incarnated here to share together, this morphic field, this morphic dream. And we're at a time in our collective history where we are transitioning from old earth to new earth, old earth paradigms where we've been imprisoned because of our own dumbassery, everybody. It's good. It's a good thing when we own our own dumbassery, because that means that we can begin to make shifts and changes in what we're doing. And I say that playfully, but there's a part of me that is I'm doing deep work myself as this illuminary, this quantum visionary that I speak of. I feel that I am this too. And what I'm finding is that many of us are doing the work of alchemizing. Alchemy is taking lower density vibrational frequencies. Everything is a frequency. So we could talk money. We could talk paradigms for relationships. We could talk construct for how we figure out what our job is here on the planet, how we're teaching our children this, right? So what we're here to do is we're here to alchemize. We're here to take these dense constructs that have kept our collective imprisoned. We kept us from standing in our highest levels of power and genius creativity. And we want to alchemize. We want to turn that into a higher vibration of something. We're doing this on our microcosm. What does that mean? It means, yeah, we have these big, great, epic visions. I love them. I have them too. But in order to accomplish this big, epic vision, I must do my own shadow work on my microcosm, on my personal life, my personal relationships, how I feel about myself, how much I believe in myself, how much I believe in others around me, where my issues around rejection and self-worth comes up. All of that is work that I'm being invited to do right now. And to bring this full circle back to the dumbassery, one area that I'm finding I'm personally challenged is I'm hard on myself. I call myself a dumbass. I probably need a new word for myself and for yourselves. And you know what really it is? It's we're juvenile, we're young, we're immature, we're learning. And let me make this distinction as well. Our human is learning. My human is learning. My higher self knows what's up. I know this for a fact. But my human does not always stay connected to the field of the Akashic Records, where I can tap soul level, God level information. I can tap the God mind, because when my human vibrational frequency falls into a lower state, I lose my instantaneous access. Keeping a high vibrational frequency is what will allow you to continue to have fluid, clear access to the Akash, to the realm of soul level information. That means the information is coming in from a state of unconditional love and zero judgment. And that's true. That's what's really badass. When we can tap in and we can get insight that helps us to make decisions, that guides our life, gives us insight. If you're struggling in an area, it's because you don't see it clearly. You're only seeing from your perspective. When you have this bigger level of insight, your ability to navigate is going to get ginormous. All right, so I want to show you guys how it works. What we do here in this space is I invite you to bring forward questions. Okay, the more specific your questions, the better. And this is a really fantastic time for you to not only get information individually for you, but also to tune in and see what's moving in the collective. Because I can almost guarantee that if you type a question in, or you have a pain point or a struggle or a challenge or an area where you're inviting breakthrough in your life, there's someone in this space who is experiencing something similar. And the insights that come in from the records can help us all in all the areas of our life. Furthermore, if you type a question in and I don't get to your specific question, the beauty of this space, this is sacred, sanctimonious space. I don't know if I even used that word correctly. Sanctimonious. It's a sanctuary. Everything that you bring into this space is going to receive a measure of healing, love, light, insight, miraculous consciousness, whatever it is that you need. This space is designed to give it to you if you ask. Okay, so I'm going to encourage you to type your questions in. I'm going to ask that Spirit bring my awareness to those questions that I feel like will be super impactful for the group. If you feel like I'm answering a question that you didn't ask and it's landing, you're receiving it, know that that's for you. That's your guides coming forward. Okay. And the other piece that I want to tell you is that even if your question does not get addressed live on the air, just writing it down in this space and asking, like I said, you will find over the course of the next 48 hours, a massive amount of insight will drop in for you. Okay? All right, so I am going to start scrolling through and grabbing some questions here. Hope you guys got good stuff from me in the records this week. I'll go up to the broadcast here. I'm going to try to grab these on my phone so I don't squint too much into the screen. Sandra, I love your word creations. One of my kids made up, thank you, one of my kids made up a word the other day, and I was so ridiculously proud, like full-on hashtag proud mom. My kids looked at me like, what? I said, you don't watch my broadcast, do you? You don't know that mom makes up words for a living. Not so much. Okay. Amber Elizabeth, I know that my unforgiveness of my second ex-husband is blocking me so badly, but I don't even know how to forgive him. He destroyed me. How do I truly forgive and release the blockages? This is so good because forgiveness is very, very important. Especially, and here's why, because cosmically, this gateway that we're moving into over eclipse season, we're coming up on Lionsgate in August. Many of you know, if you don't know, now you do know, there is an incredible opportunity for you to join me on Mount Shasta during Lionsgate of this year. But with all of these magnificent energies that are coming in, they're expanding everything around us, and they're increasing our ability as light workers, as visionaries, to do our work and to do it with a lot of ease. However, if we have not properly cleansed, if we haven't made peace with our karma, which includes unforgiveness, holy hell, it's going to start feeling like really rotten on the inside. Just like it's so time to move these things out. So what I find with forgiveness is it can be really, really difficult if we, and this is what the guides are saying coming in right now. They're saying flip the way that you go about it. So I find, here's what they mean. I find that naturally I approach any challenge in my life cerebrally, trying to break down what the problem is. This is what Amber did. She's like, it's my ex-husband. He destroyed me. I don't know how to forgive. All right. So I attach cognitive meaning to it. And then I start trying to find a way that's going to make sense to my mind, that's going to release my mind and say, oh, that makes sense. I can forgive him. And there are a lot of really great tools and techniques. Okay. Seeing the gift out of it, seeing what you were able to learn in the process is really helpful. Another thing that I found incredibly helpful is a beautiful woman that I work with was doing, again, her own really, really deep work. And she had come across an experience in her childhood where she'd been violated by a family member. Tons of you can relate to this, okay? She came to the understanding and awareness through the records that the soul contract she had with this family member who violated her as a child can be very difficult to find forgiveness in those areas, right? What she found was she actually had to beg this family member to play that role for her in this lifetime so that she could learn those lessons. And I have been, this has made sense to me a lot recently too, and that is looking at the most villainous characters in my life, the ones that have, I felt like have wronged me the most or hurt me the most. I do believe that these, quote, villainous characters in our life, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, they are truly the most enlightened beings, and they have agreed to forget and move into this incarnation and play these roles for the purpose of our learning, because it creates massive learning. So those are ways, if you go about the process of trying to figure out how to forgive, how to justify forgiveness, these are some pieces that can help, okay? I am going to suggest, because the guides are suggesting, I'm actually just going to suggest what they suggest. I'm dittoing what they're suggesting. The guides are suggesting not to go about it cerebrally first. I did want to explain some of how you can tweak your thoughts there, if that would be helpful to you. But what I would really love to do with you guys is just a piece of medicine that helped me tremendously. And that is using Ho'oponopono, which is, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. It is, again, it's alchemy, it's transmutation. That's what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is alchemy. And Amber, you are a perfect example of what I talked about in the beginning of how visionaries, we're required to do this work on the microcosm, and it is no joke. Trying to figure out how to forgive somebody who you feel like has devastatingly wronged you, this is big work, okay? You must be at least this tall to ride this ride. That's all I'm saying. And remember, your soul must be at least this tall to come to Earth, right? So the fact that you are here, that you are incarnated, that you are breathing, that you are watching this broadcast, that means that your soul's already attained a pretty darn high level of consciousness, or you wouldn't even be allowed to come here. I'm serious about that. Okay, so let's go about forgiveness by just using the body. Ho'oponopono, the alchemy tool, Okay, it's not the only alchemy tool. Other alchemy tools are a violet flame is one that I really love using. Okay, transmutes lower vibrational energy to higher vibrational energy. The violet flame energy is the I am that I am. It's Moses in the burning bush, the acacia bush, actually. I know it should be Akasha bush so that you guys figure out what I'm saying. It's actually pronounced the acacia bush and the Akashic Records. I know, bad trick. The Akashic Records are hard enough to pronounce. All right, so let's do embodied work. Ho'oponopono. I love you, I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you. That's the transmutation tool. I want you to use tapping, okay? We're gonna tap on the lungs first. Lungs store sadness. The belly stores worry. The kidneys, so the back body, stores fear. The liver stores anger. And the heart stores the unforgiveness. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna tap. If you have unforgiveness anywhere in your life, yeah, Amber, he said he burnt my house down. Unattaching to the story, it's because, Amber, you're going to find every time you go back to the story, you're going to find justification for why he doesn't need to be forgiven and you get to stay mad. This has to be just like otherworldly kind of movement of energy. So that's why we're just going to use the body. It doesn't have to be explained by the mind. We're just going to use the body. And this excites me. Using the body, the human body, knowing how to breathe, knowing how to manage your emotions, knowing how to direct your thoughts. This is what makes this human species such a powerful creator in the cosmos. Yes, there are light beings that retain more intelligence than we do, but they stay in light form. They don't come into this physical form. When you come into physical form, a certain amount of our intelligence has to be re-engaged. Okay, and this is a practice to re-engage. So let's start the tapping. Tapping on the lungs. We're bringing up sadness here. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. Just tapping all over the lungs. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. Let's go to the heart. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. Let's go to the belly, the worry. Flutter fingers around your belly. I love you. Sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. Let's go back to the kidneys. A little gentle tapping on the kidneys back there. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. Let's do the liver. You can do both sides if you want. Liver is on the lower right side. You got pancreas and spleen on the other side in there. And this just releases all the good stuff in there. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. Okay, now we've cleared energy from the body. I want you to bring your awareness to, again, using the body to bring about a feeling. And I want you to conjure up, call up the feeling inside of you of peace. And just hold that frequency. Hold that frequency. And anything that tries to take you off of that peace while we're holding it here, return to peace vigilantly. Return to peace. Good. Return to peace. Good work. Great. That's fantastic. That's hardcore work. Good job. I'm proud of you guys. All right, let's dive in and grab another question here. Vanita says, agree with you. They took hurting us in this lifetime on request. Thank you for that. Yeah, I just felt like an activation move through. Kareed, inner ear, ringing to the vibration. Got the energy flow right on. I've noticed a lot of ear shifts lately. Is anybody else having ear shifts? Send me some love lights, hearts if that's you. Feeling the ear shifts. All right, let's grab another question here. Who's got some area? Okay. All right. Who's got the question? Vanita. Okay, here we go. Would love to know a message for my highest good today. Okay, so here's what I would like to do for each of you. Let's all get our message, what our message is for our highest good today. Okay, and then I'd love it if you guys would share. So again, one of my giftings is being able to hold space so that you can get the profound downloads, the understanding within yourself. Honestly, you guys are so high level that me telling you something is not nearly as good for you. It's kind of good for me, but it's not nearly as good for you as you being able to pull the information from the field yourself. Now, I know what's cool about me doing is that you get the validation, but I want to show you how to get the validation without me, because I'm not here to interpret the records for people. I'm here to teach people how to interpret the records for themselves so that they then have the guidebook of universal God mind information to assist at every turn in their life, whether it's relationship or forgiveness or a job or quantum new earth vision, whatever it is, your new book, your TED talk, whatever it is, we can tap it instantaneously. Okay. All right, so here's what I would like each one of you guys to do. If you would like to get your own message, now we're not just going to get messages, we're also going to ask for the confirmation, because I want you to have that confidence. And this is part of the process when you're starting, is building the confidence that you're actually doing it right. So standing up nice and straight. Play with your balance just a little bit so you can just kind of like get into your body. Just kind of rock back and forth. And then with your knees slightly bent, allow yourself to find all four corners of your feet. So you're just like standing really balanced on all four corners. I want you to tuck your butt under a little bit. Okay, that's going to make your spinal column a little straighter, nice and straight. And just start to breathe and imagine you're pulling energy up from Mother Earth. Good. Let's just take a few breaths, pulling that energy up from Mother Earth. Sourcing and resourcing your own energy. When you get really good at this, you don't need to rely on outside sources to stabilize you. Good, we got that nice straight column. We pulled the energy up from Mother Earth. I want you to now imagine that as you're breathing in, you're sending the energy all the way up into the Akashic. Exhale, breathe it down. Pull it down your column of light. Inhaling. Exhaling. See if you can feel the energies of Mother Earth and the Akash coming into the body, mixing within the body. Imagine the simultaneous breath now. As you're inhaling, you're sending the consciousness to Mother Earth and to the Akash, and then as you exhale, you're pulling it back into the body. How many of you are already starting to feel energy move in the body? Good, you're priming your internal vibration, your internal environment to detect subtle frequency, okay? All right, now you got the energy flowing. Ask, what can I do today to support my highest good? What can I do today to support my highest good? I heard color activation came in for me. And then I had a little ear adjustment there. So just to share what my experience was. Color activation coming in for me is specifically around Saint Germain, Melchizedek. I'm preparing to go into a deep initiation and orientation into the order of Melchizedek. So that makes sense that that's coming forward for me. Anybody else feeling that, by the way? I know we probably have a lot of Melchizedek lineage, Merlin lineage, the great magicians here. Like I said, a lot of alchemy work is done in this specific space. So if any of you do resonate with that lineage, I'd love to know. Cool. And I'd also love to know what came in for you. Simple message. What came in that can support you and your highest good today? Okay. Now, no, when we ask for something that supports our highest good, this is like your dream timeline, highest good scenario. So whatever activation or whatever you were instructed or invited, I'll say, to do by your guides, by your records, know that this is not just to make your day good. This is moving you into dimensional alignment with your highest good. If you don't know what your highest good is yet, I'm going to invite you guys to spend some time getting clear on that. Your highest good is not something that drops in from God, from source, that you get told what it is. You get to create it. You are a creator. So if your highest good, you have not yet participated in co-creating and you're not clear about what that looks like, this is the time to do it, because we're manifesting towards that. Regardless of how clear you are about your highest good, that's the energies that are presenting right now. They're moving us towards that. So I'd invite you to get clear. Because if you're not clear, you end up on an island called How the Fuck Did I Get Here? Comes from one of my favorite mentors, David Mailer. Knowing your coordinates, knowing your destination, being brave enough to co-create, to declare what it is that you want to experience here on the planet is so, so, so important. And if you have not taken the time to get really clear on that, that's a must. Okay? All right. I got myself off track here. Let me ground back in and bring it back full circle. Let's see. We were talking. Oh, highest good messages. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. And now we want to ask for the confirmation. Okay. So what I heard come in from my guides was to do a color activation specifically around the color purple. It's all the guidelines they gave me. I can paint, I can color, I get to do whatever. Okay, doesn't matter. Purple color activation, I can sit and imagine purple light coming in. Any of it will do the trick. As I'm doing it, I'm going to get fed more energy, more knowledge. There's whatever the activation and transmission is will come through the doing of it, and I will have more understanding of what happened as I do it. But here's the next piece, and I want you to all ask for a sign. Ask for a confirmation. Okay? I received my message about the color activation. Would love a distinct confirmation from the universe. Now, I'm just going to keep my eyes peeled for the synchronicity or the symbol or the aha moment that makes me say, oh yeah, there it is. There's the confirmation that the color activation that I heard that was going to activate me is really going to activate me, because there's a clear sign right there that's making me remember and think of, oh, color activation. Right? Maybe it's a giant purple graffiti wall that I walk past. I don't know what the sign is going to be yet. I'm not going to cheat and look into the future and look into the records and see what the sign is, okay? I'm just going to naturally let myself be surprised like you all. All right? All right, so before we wrap up today, let's do one more activation together. Let's do a third eye activation, which will help you as you are paying attention for the signs. Okay, because seeing into the subtle world can sometimes be difficult. We can miss a ton of things if we are not fully awake and paying attention. One of the easiest things to miss, and what's coming up in my mind right now, is I was hiking in Lake Tahoe last week, not long ago. And as I was hiking out of the space, the trail, the beach that I was on, there was an obvious dragon guardian right there where I walked by. And I didn't see him when I walked in. My energy frequency had not been primed, adjusted back to pristine nature so that I could actually see him. And it wasn't until I left and walked out that I was like, oh, wow. And then had to sit and have a whole conversation with the fella. I'm just saying, okay? But it wasn't until I had returned to pristine energy that I could actually see this, that my eyes pulled it out of the landscape and said, hey, there's something important about that. There's energy there. I can feel that. Okay? My favorite way to activate the third eye, lick the finger, put just a little bit of saliva up on the third eye. Okay? And notice what happens instantly when you do that. Your awareness goes to the third eye. Anywhere you bring awareness, you're going to have expansion. And so that's all. Just breathe. Sip your water. Wave your magic wand. I got a wand here. And I love using this to activate third eye too. For anybody who wants to experience it by proxy, I use my body floor here, sending it through your third eye. Good job. All right, now your job is to notice, to pay attention to what comes alive in your field, to areas where you might feel subtly different. We did really powerful forgiveness work today. So begin noticing if you have feelings just that feel different, that feel milder, that feel more loving and more compassionate. Also, anybody who's struggling with forgiving another person, this is coming in right now, find areas where you can be compassionate to yourself. There's some place where you're not being compassionate to yourself, you're withholding some level of compassion, or you might be missing a piece. You might not be seeing it fully clearly. Does that make sense? You might be withholding compassion from yourself because you don't fully clearly see why you're struggling, what's hurting, what's sad, what's asking for the attention. Thank you so much for being here with me. If this broadcast served you, I'm going to ask that you share it out. This is one of the most powerful ways that we can support each other, that we can create massive transformation on the planet, is simply by sharing knowledge, sharing time, sharing insight, sharing love with each other. For those of you who are in the process of commanding your gifts and skills, of learning about them more dynamically, of understanding how you use them to transform your life and those around you, thank you for doing that work. It's a unique time here on our planet. There are not a lot of places where you can go to get the community, to get the training, to get the knowledge. This quantum knowledge has been hidden and suppressed on our planet for so long. So for those of you who are here and you've come to trust this space because you know that this is bringing you back into connection with your records. And what intelligence comes through you, you can definitely learn to trust. All right? I love you guys. Any of you who want to know more about the Mount Shasta Akashic Immersion, this Lionsgate, send me a private message, and I'll see you guys back here real soon.